Hello everyone, कैसे हैं आप सभी? So, in the last lecture, we discussed about physical properties, preparation, and we started chemical properties of acids. We already discussed 3 chemical properties of acids. So, today we are going to start with the 4th chemical property of acid. Chemical properties of acids. We already discussed 3 of them in our last lecture. So the 4th chemical property is reaction of acid with metal oxides. Reaction of acid with metal oxides. When metal oxide react with acid, they form salt and the byproduct is water. So when metal oxides react with acids, they form salt and water. For example, calcium is a metal, so let us take calcium oxide. When reacts with HCl, HCl is hydrochloric acid, this one is calcium oxide. This is calcium oxide, this one is hydrochloric acid. When these two chemicals react with each other, they result into the preparation of calcium chloride with water. This compound is known as calcium chloride. Let us take one more example. Magnesium oxide. When react with sulfuric acid, H2SO4, this one is magnesium oxide. When magnesium oxide reacts with H2SO4, this one formed, and this reaction gives us a salt and water. The name of this salt is magnesium sulfate. Magnesium sulfate. Let us take one more example. Copper oxide. When react with HCl, it gives us cupric chloride with H2O. Balance the reaction. Place 2 here. This one is already balanced, and for balancing this reaction, place 2 here. This one is copper oxide, this one is cupric chloride. Note it down. Now, the next chemical property of acid is reaction of acid with metal sulfite and metal bisulfite. Next reaction we discussed about reaction of acids with metal sulfite and metal bisulfite. Metal sulfite and metal bisulfite. This one is the 5th chemical property of acid. When acid react with metal sulfite or metal bisulfite, this reaction gives a salt, water and sulfur dioxide. This reaction gives us a salt, water and sulfur dioxide. For example, let us consider a metal sulfide. CaSO3 when react with HCl, calcium sulfite. This compound is calcium sulfite. This particular group represents sulfite. When calcium sulfite react with HCl, it converts into calcium chloride plus water plus SO2. Calcium chloride is the example of salt. Balance this reaction, write 2 there. One more example, sodium bisulfite. This group represents bisulfite, also known as sodium hydrogen sulfite. This compound name sodium bisulfite. We also write it like sodium hydrogen sulfite. Sodium hydrogen sulfite. When sodium hydrogen sulfite react with HCl, it again form NaCl, salt, water and SO2, and the reaction is already balanced. Note it down. Acid with metal sulfide and metal bisulfite forms salt, water and SO2. These are the 2 examples. Next chemical property of acid is reaction of acids with metal sulfide or metal bisulfides. The 5th one is sulfite and the 6th one is with sulfides. So let's start. Next chemical property of reaction of acid with metal sulfide and metal bisulfide. When metal sulfide and metal bisulfide, when metal sulfide and metal bisulfide react with acid, this one form salt plus hydrogen sulfide gas. This gives us salt plus hydrogen sulfide gas. Let us consider one example. Zinc sulfide when react with H2SO4. This compound is known as zinc sulfide. Sometimes we call this compound also zinc blende. When ZnS react with sulfuric acid, it gives us what? Salt, ZnSO4 plus H2S gas, and the reaction is balanced. Next one, sodium bisulfide or sodium hydrogen sulfide. This compound is sodium bisulfide, and we also call this one as sodium hydrogen sulfide. When react with acid, it gives us a salt and hydrogen sulfide gas. Clear? Note it down. Reaction of acid with metal sulfide and metal bisulfides. The last chemical property of acids is reaction with chlorides. The next one is reaction of acid with chlorides. Seventh chemical property is reaction of acid with chlorides. For example, when NaCl react with H2SO4, NaCl is chloride, sodium chloride. When react with sulfuric acid, it gives us NaHSO4 and HCl. So one interesting thing is here. Secondly, when NaHSO4 reacts with NaCl again, it gives us Na2SO4 plus HCl. There are two reactions. If we carried out the reaction below 200 degrees Celsius, then this product is formed. If we carried out the reaction above 200 degrees Celsius, then this will be the major product. Is this thing clear? So this is all about chemical properties of acids. Next we are going to discuss about the uses of acids. नोट कर लीजिए इसको. Next we are going to discuss about the uses of acids. Next one is uses. Let's first discuss about the uses of some organic acids. A.1. The first organic acid is citric acid. Citric acid is used as food preservative. खाना खराब ना हो इसलिए हम उसमें citric acid का यूज करते हैं. Citric acid is used as a food preservative. Second one, citric acid is used as flavoring agent. एक फ्लेवरिंग एजेंट की तरह भी हम सिट्रिक एसिड को यूज कर सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट वन इज एस्कॉर्बिक एसिड. Ascorbic acid, also known as vitamin C. And this one is used in the treatment of scurvy disease. देखिए, in the treatment of scurvy disease. Scurvy disease means जब गम्स में से ब्लीडिंग स्टार्ट हो जाती है तो उस टाइम हम एस्कॉर्बिक एसिड को यूज करते हैं उसकी ट्रीटमेंट के लिए. नेक्स्ट वन, एसिटिक एसिड. Acetic acid as vinegar used or in the form of vinegar used as preservative for food. Used as preservative for food. Food preservative में काम आता है. And second one, acetic acid is used as added in pickles to make them sour. पिकल्स में इसको ऐड किया जाता है उनको सोर, उनको टेस्ट प्रोवाइड करने के लिए. नोट कीजिए इसको. फर्स्ट वन इज citric acid is used as food preservative as a flavoring agent. Second one is ascorbic acid used in the treatment of scurvy disease. Acetic acid as vinegar used as preservative for food, added in pickles to make them sour. Note कीजिए. In the next acid we discussed about tartaric acid. Next organic acid, tartaric acid. Tartaric acid is a component of baking powder. Is a component of baking powder. बेकिंग पाउडर जनरली हम सब अपने किचन्स में यूज करते हैं. सो वी ऑल आर फैमिलियर विद द बेकिंग पाउडर, एंड बेकिंग पाउडर इज मेड अप ऑफ सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट एंड टार्टेरिक एसिड. The next organic acid, oxalic acid. The next acid is oxalic acid. This acid is used as stain remover, ink stain remover. अगर क्लोथ्स पे इंक की वजह से स्टेन लग जाता है तो उसको रिमूव करने के लिए हम ऑक्सैलिक एसिड को यूज कर सकते हैं. These are the uses of some organic acid. Now let's discuss about the uses of inorganic acids. Uses of inorganic acids. In inorganic acids, write the first one, HCl acid. First one is hydrochloric acid, and its first use is its presence, and the first use of HCl is its presence in gastric juices helps in digestion. As we know, our stomach releases some gastric juices for the digestion of food. So HCl is a component of that gastric juices which helps in digestion. The second use of HCl is in the manufacture of polyvinyl chloride. In the manufacture of polyvinyl chloride, PVC. PVC is a type of polymer. The next inorganic acid is nitric acid. Nitric acid. First one, used in the preparation of explosive. Used in formation of explosive like trinitrotoluene, which is also known as TNT, dynamite, etc. एक्सप्लोजिव मटेरियल्स को बनाने में हम नाइट्रिक एसिड को यूज करते हैं. एंड नाइट्रिक एसिड इज ऑल्सो यूज्ड इन द मैन्युफैक्चर ऑफ फर्टिलाइजर्स. नेक्स्ट वन, यूज्ड इन मैन्युफैक्चर ऑफ फर्टिलाइजर्स. HCl helps in digestion, formation of polymers. Nitric acid, formation of explosive and manufacture of fertilizers like ammonium nitrate. Ammonium nitrate. Note it down. Next inorganic acid is H2SO4, sulfuric acid. Next inorganic acid is sulfuric acid. First one, sulfuric acid is used in storage batteries. First one is used in storage batteries. Second one, in manufacture of HCl, various chemicals. Sulfuric acid is also known as king of chemicals and oil of vitriol. So sulfuric acid is used in storage batteries, in manufacture of HCl and various chemicals. Next one is boric acid. Next is boric acid. Boric acid is used to form glasses. Glasses बनाने में काम आता है. Used to make detergents. Detergents बनाने के लिए काम आता है. Sometimes used as preservative also. Sometimes used as preservative also. The last acid is benzoic acid. The last one is benzoic acid. The structure of benzoic acid is you have one benzene ring and one carboxylic acid group is present over this. And its first use is, it is used in perfumes and medicines. It is used in perfumes and medicines. And the last one is, it is also used as preservation for foods. It is also used as preservation for food. So this is all about uses of acids. Let's discuss the last topic of acids, dilution of acid. How you are allowed to dilute a acid? The last one is dilution of acids. For example, these are two beakers. One contains water and another one contains acid. You have to remember one thing, that the reaction of acid and water is highly exothermic. The reaction of acid and water is highly exothermic. If you put water here, the amount of acid is large and amount of water is less. If you put water here, the reaction is highly exothermic and acid converted into acid vapors. Acid converted into acid vapors immediately. And maybe these vapors come to the face of the person who doing this experiment. So this one is quite wrong method. Never add water into acid. Always add acid dropwise in water. Always add acid dropwise in water. because when we add drop by drop, the energy released is balanced or is handled with the amount of water. Clear? So this one is the correct method. Always add acid drop wise in water. Never add water into acid, because if we add water, the acid immediately converted into acid vapors, which is quite harmful. So this is all about